If you're trying to get in shape and you keep struggling, I'm here to tell you that you are not the problem. What you've been told is the problem. You've actually been lied to about how long it takes to get fat off the body. So in this video, I'm going to give you a realistic breakdown of the timeline you can expect to see when you're trying to lose body fat. And I'll take you through the exact roadmap process that I use for myself and for my clients to achieve results. So without further ado, let's get into it, because I've got to get out of here soon because England play tonight, World Cup game. So then the truth about how long fat loss takes, and yes, you have been lied to. You probably know this, so I'm not giving you some breaking science, but I'm going to give you the breakdown as to what I think is the truth. So the problem is you're surrounded by constant quick fixes, things that promise you something that can happen almost overnight with little effort involved and really quick payback, and that just isn't the case. So, I mean, this is probably another conversation for another day, because I don't really want to get into this in too much detail, but look at it, look at the jabs that we've got going around now. 30-day transformations that you're being sold, 6-week shreds, they're all selling you like a really quick dream. And they all promise that something can happen just in an unrealistic amount of time. You might be able to see some results in those time frames. I'm not saying that you won't, but they're promising this like night and day transformation in a really short window. So you've got to think about, what does this do to you and your brain? So I live in Nottingham, right? So let's just say, for argument's sake, I wanted to go to London, and everyone around me has been drilling into my head for so long, oh, London's only 15 minutes away from Nottingham. You can get in your car and be there by 12:15 if you leave at midday. So I start to believe, okay, it takes 15 minutes to get to London. I thought it was more, but apparently not. All these things around me are saying 15 minutes. So I jump in my car, I head to London, and then I get 30 minutes in, and I'm only just on the outskirts of Nottingham still. What do you reckon that'll do to me? I'm probably going to end up turning around and think, you know, I only accounted for 15 minutes travel time. I've just found out I've got another 2.5 hours to go. Can't do it no more. Turn around, go home. And that is the same thing that happens to you when you diet. You start the diet with an expectation as to how long it would take to get the result that you've got in mind, because you've been told by social media, oh yeah, you can get it in 30 days, 45 days. So because you go into it thinking that you're going to get it in 30 days, 45 days, what do you think happens when you get 30 days in and you think, kind of not where I wanted to be at this point? You sack it in. So the solution for you to this problem is to get clear on the journey before you set off. So let's say again, now I know, right, I'm going from Nottingham to London. I've got to travel to London. So this time, rather than trusting all these people around me saying you can get there in 15 minutes, mate, don't you worry, I get out my phone. It's 2026. I go on Google Maps and I type in London. So I know before I even set off to my destination, my phone says 3 hours until you arrive at your destination. So I'm probably still a little bit pissed off, because that takes a long time, right? It might be longer than what I have been promised all this time, but I know what I'm signing up for. I'm not expecting 15-minute journey. I'm now expecting, okay, a 3-hour journey. If there's no traffic and I get there in 2 hours 45, quid's in. But I know what I'm signing up for before I even go. And when you know what's ahead of you, it does something mentally. Like, you start to be able to kind of like, you can dig deeper into the process at hand, because you already know what's to come, you know what to expect, you're not caught off guard by anything. And as a result, you're probably less likely to dip out of it after 2 weeks, because you thought, oh, 2 weeks in, I'm not halfway into where people promised me that I should be at my final goal now. No, you're only 2 weeks in, compared to if you've got a 6-month journey ahead of you. Great, you're only 2 weeks in. You know you've got 6 months, what were you expecting in that short time frame? So the action that you've got to take in order for this to happen for you is that you've got to plan your roadmap from the beginning to the very end of the goal. But the question begs, how? How do I do that? Your way right now, I mean, I don't know how old some of the viewers are, but back in the day, before these phones that we've got access to right now, if you wanted to go somewhere, you had to plan the journey on a map. Not on your phone, where you just click on the app and it opens up. Back in the day, there was this thing where it was like folded into paper and you could open it up, and it was the map of the entire country. And you had to, I'm not joking, if there's some young viewers out there, swear to God, no cap, bro. You would literally have to pinpoint your start point on the map, figure out where you were, and you would have to break down every single individual road that you were going to take to get to your final destination. That was a long ass process. If you got to a point where the road was closed, good luck, you've got to pull over and reinvent your entire travel plan on the spot. My way to help you right now, we're not doing none of that old school maps. Call me Mr. Google Maps. Because I'm taking, right now you're trying to go the old school way, trying to plan it all out and make it difficult. I'm here to give you something that is like effortless. Here you go, it's done. You already think about it, I've done it, mate. I've been and gone. England have played, won the World Cup. Done. What you can do is go into the description down below and download your own roadmap templates. But what it will do is it will give you a clear process to follow. So if your start point is here and you've got an idea, right, I want to try and get to this goal weight, here's my end point, This roadmap will help you plan out the exact process so you have a realistic idea as to how long it might take for you to get to that point. None of this 2 weeks, 3 weeks bullshit. It will tell you clearly, okay, you're gonna have 3 months ahead of you. Okay, you're gonna have 6 months. You might even have a year to get to where you want to get to, but you're going into it knowing how long it's gonna take. Down below in the description, download it for free, and that is pretty much it. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully it clears up some ideas as to how long it will take to get into shape. If you have any more questions or there's anything I can do to help, please let me know by commenting down below. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, share with a mate, download the template, help me out, and I will see you in the next video.